It's about to be 2025 and I have nothing to show for it. Or so I thought.
Hope you ready. So much grace and favor falling on me. Hallelujah.
Hey guys, if you don't know me, my name is Favor and this is the Oprah Way, where rejoicing is a lifestyle. But today, the video is a little different. We're gonna reflect on what happened throughout this year. So last January, I celebrated my birthday with me and my best friend because we have the same birthdays. And I believe that set the whole tone for 2024.
It's all around me. You are here, I know. Stay with me. Oh,
So the weekend started off with my best friend and I. We went to Seismic Museum, and this is where we started tapping into our inner child. So we laughed, we posed, we captured so many moments, and this just reminded us of the freedom and creativity that God has given us as his daughters. Y'all, this place is so cute. Ooh, it's giving. It's giving. Who is this? Are we supposed to go through here? Oh, you better turn. Come on. Okay.
It's all part of the play.
DJ Moneta on the DJ Mon and Fave.
It's a favor.
Yeah. Oh. Go. Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. Okay. Here you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh, yes. Come on, wait.
Oh, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yes, it was great.
It was great because I don't know. It's just I feel like it's for a certain type of person. Not everybody will like it. I
Right.
don't think. But we had a blast. We act like big old kids.
Right.
And it was great.
That part, we was daddy's little girls. So after that, we shared a late night meal at Kat's. Hello. Not only was the food immaculate, but just having a genuine friend near you and just enjoying the moments, like that only just represented God's love and God's care for us.
I will give it a 10 out of 10. We cleaned our plates and we're ready to go. And when I say go, I mean go to bed. It's time to go night night.
It's time to go night night. Hello. Next day, we turned up the glam with a professional photo shoot. Do you like a bright under eye or no?
The fashion, like clothes and stuff. You can like look at them.
Hey. Oh my God. Hey y'all.
Because who?
Who is
Who?
this? Who is this?
Like who is this?
who are
This is a
we?
brand new me.
It was just so orchestrated so well. Like, you cannot tell me God is not real. Like, that was the moment that like everything was just happening, and it was like everything was happening without me even proclaiming or saying anything. It was like, oh, I would think a thing, or in my heart I'd be like, dang, I wish this would happen, and then God would somehow just boom, boom, boom. Everything was just lining up, and we didn't have to worry about anything. Like, we had to go get this thing and this, that. But at the end of the day, we didn't worry about it.
My God.
It's the Vogue for me.
Every single moment that he showed himself just gave us even the more confidence that we are truly being looked after. This whole experience is his divine timing. It's his divine appointment, and he's here with us. So it truly just gave us that ease that God is really here. Celebrating at Grand Lux Cafe down in the Galleria. The friends that invited showed up in full support, and not just for me but also for my best friend, and that spoke volumes to me. Like, their presence really reflected God's overflowing love. And
Go ahead.
Extra napkins. Yes, ma'am.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Favor and Montana.
To the beauties.
Happy birthday to you.
God's blessings on you.
like, I am a crybaby naturally, but when I was getting the gifts and I was just like basking in God's glory, and I just burst out into tears, and I think they were kind of like all stunned, like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like, girl, it's okay, it's just a gift. Like, because a friend of mine gave me a ring, and they're like, it's just a ring, like, it's not a promise ring, it's not a wedding ring or nothing. And I was like, no, it's not about the gifts, it's not about any of that, it's really about just everything. Like, I feel like the glory of God and God's love just kind of just like whooshed all up on me at that moment, and I just felt immensely in love with Dad, and felt his love for me, and it felt so good. And literally, that's something I wish every single person to have.
This birthday dinner was incredible.
Literally
Everything
incredible.
about it. Everything from food to the people that we were with. Pure love. Excess love.
Literally.
Okay? Excess love. I'm gonna cry. Because this is like our father, our dad.
It's too good.
It's too good to us. And we don't deserve this.
Right.
But he really thought enough of us to make sure like everything was perfect today.
Right.
Everything.
Let me put it like
Everything is perfect
there
today.
you go.
Everything. Every little thing was perfect. And I don't know if it can get any better than this.
Literally.
And if it do get any better than this,
Look. There's nothing our God can't do.
there's nothing that God can't do.
So then Sunday came, and that's our actual birthday, and we got dressed out. My sister that has the same birthday as me, she got deliverance. That was the start of her deliverance, and it was so beautiful. Service was amazing. We were just engulfed with God's presence, God's love, as always.
I'm trying to.
There you go.
Okay, so today's our actual birthday. Happy birthday to me.
I could not have asked for a better birthday. I truly left the weekend feeling full, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Like, I just knew that, okay, this was the setup for this year. 2024 was about being God's daughter. It was more than just a phrase. It was about intimacy and relationship, and just really just understanding that I am his daughter, and actually coming into that title and that knowing, that being throughout 2024. Little did I know that it wasn't gonna look exactly how I thought it was gonna look, okay? But it was for the best. 2024 was a year of pushing, pain, but pruning as well. The Lord really showed me what it looked like to be his daughter, not just in the times of when things are good and celebratory, but being his daughter when it seems like things are against you and you literally can only lean on him. After January, then I knew that the Lord didn't want me to be in my previous apartment. He was calling me to move, but I didn't know where. I literally just had no idea. I just knew that the Lord wanted me to move. So I'm over here like, okay, I'm not re-signing my lease. I'm packing things up, and I'm like, God, like where? God did, like, supernaturally, he provided this one family friend to just reach out and be like, hey, if you need a place to stay, like, you can stay with my place for a month. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, yes. She ended up bringing me into her home for a month, and that was so amazing, and I really appreciate that, because during that time I really was seeking the Lord's face, reading my word, worshiping, like really just getting into the word and being like, Lord, I still praise you. Like, but don't get me wrong, I was still definitely like sad at times. I was like, dang, Lord, like I feel like I messed up somewhere. What did I miss? But God kept showing up and saying that, daughter, I have you here for a reason. I need you to focus on who I am, not your circumstance. With that, I only had 1 month to stay in this woman's house. And I was like, oh my gosh, Lord, please help me. I need to go somewhere else, And so it wasn't until literally like 4 days before I had to move out. A friend of mine, we were on the phone, and she was like, oh, our friend, she has a house and she usually rents out the place to whoever, is gonna pay. And I was like, oh, okay. So I called her up real quick and I was like, hey, like, I heard that, you have a house, She was like, yeah. Go ahead and move in the 30th of August, babes. That was in 4 days exactly. She was like, yeah, that's exactly when I'm coming back. I'll be there. You'll be able to move in. I'll give you the keys. I'll run you down. And she was like, don't worry about the payment right now, because I know, you're going through a hard time, and I was there too. So like, once you get on your feet, then we can talk about the payment. You can stay as long as you like. What? I was screaming for joy. Lord, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. Like, that was crazy. Totally insane. I was like, ain't no way God is not real. Like, y'all can't tell me God is not real. And then, like, it was so amazing. Like, everything just lined up. Now, currently, actually, that's where I stay. The enemy was trying to get at me like, girl, you need to hurry up and get out of here. Like, you need your own place. But the Lord was like, no, I called you here for a reason. There is assignment for you being here. Like, there's a reason for you being here. In my time here, I have literally learned that obedience is key, and being still is the greatest strength a person can have. You must learn to rest and abide in his presence. When you rest in his presence, it doesn't mean that you're not working. It means that and you have a mind revelation and a heart connection with God, knowing that he has it in his hands and he has it under control. Going into September, I don't have a job. I'm just going to school at this point, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need a job. Literally, I've applied to probably like thousands of jobs, trying to get work from home because it's easier for me, because I was still in school and And y'all, when I tell you, nothing happened, nothing worked. I was seeking out guidance, and they were like, you need to start a business. And I'm like, well, I need a job to start making money, because how are you gonna start a business with no money? And all that jazz. But so one day, a guy best friend of mine, he takes me to this this coffee shop, right? And this coffee shop is so beautiful. And I go there and I'm sitting down and I'm working on this government contracting, like learning about government contracting, right? And I'm just doing some research about that. These ladies, two ladies right next to me, one of them is wearing all blue, the other one is just wearing nice clothes, and she has a really nice purse. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I feel like I'm supposed to talk with her or them, but I don't know what to say. And he's like, well, compliment her outfit. And I was like, you're right, because that is a good entryway. Start with an outfit and then it goes on to conversation. And so I was like, hey girl, like I really love your outfit. And she was like, oh, thank you, da da da. I was like, where'd you get it from? She's like, Shein. I was like, girl, that's my place. I love me some Shein. And she asked me, oh, what are you working on? And I'm like, oh, I'm learning about government contracting. And she was like, that's crazy. That's literally what we're having the discussion about. I said, oh, really? She's like, yeah, like let's link up on LinkedIn and da da da. So we get each other's LinkedIns and stuff. And so a couple days later, I'm like, okay, let me see if they know somebody, right? So I hit them both up on LinkedIn, like, hey, I'm still looking for a job. I am, you know, do you know anybody that may be looking to hire or anything of that sort? She was like, oh. She was like, oh, okay, I'll look around, I'll ask around. The other lady that was not wearing blue was like, okay, I'll ask around. She said she had a friend that owns a staffing agency and that he would be able to help me with finding employment. And I was like, okay, cool, put me on with that. So that's what it was. And then I'm sending my resume, I'm doing all this, and then he's like, hey, like let's set up a meeting. And I'm like, okay. So we set up a one-on-one meeting on Teams, and he's just like, actually, I need you for my company. And I was like, oh, you need me for your company? I need your social media skills. I don't know how he knew I was on social media. He might have looked me up, but shoot, I wasn't questioning nothing. He was like, yeah, I need your social media skills. Like, there is a way that I want my business to go. And obviously, social media is trending. Like, things are only going to go better with social media. He was like, and I don't have the time to learn about all the metrics and the background that goes into social media. I was really like, wow, that's crazy, because God had told me to keep being consistent with my Instagram and just really posting on there and really getting my Instagram and stuff up. So I was like, wow, Lord. And so when he said that, I was like, okay, like that's cool. Like, yeah, when do we start? Like, you know, and the pay was a little lower than what I expected. I was like, ooh, I don't know. Like, I'm looking for a work from home job, this and that. He was like, yeah, but in my heart, I just knew that I had to take it just because I knew that there was something bigger there than I understood. We had the first interview, it was cool, and then he gave me an assignment. He was like, I want you to give a 30, 60, 90 day template thing of like what you want to learn, what you would do with that learning, and then what you want to improve like throughout your time working with us. And so I gave like an elaborate like slideshow, very much detailed, and he was like, wow, this is more detailed than I even expected it to be. And so I'm very thorough, like just naturally like that. He was really impressed, and he was like, okay, I do want you this and that, like I want you on my team, and moving forward I would like you to, you know, be with mine. But this is right now, this is what, September. I wouldn't be starting until October, I believe, like 3rd or something. And so he was like, what do you think? Like, would you accept the job? And I was like, well, I was just like tug of war low key, because I was like, dang, I really want a work from home job. I really want something with higher pay in the 20s, and it was below the 20s. I was like, dang, Lord, like this is not really what I expected. This is not really what I wanted. I wanted something up there so I could be in my, you know, bag. But I prayed about it, and I was like, no, I really know that I have to be here. I have to be here. Regardless, God will provide no matter what. I told him to give me 3 days, and I would get back to him. And obviously, I ended up taking the job. And it turned out to be more than what I expected, but also a greater experience than I expected as well, because of the fact that, one, it was tailor-made. It was a job that he made in order to fit the creativeness and the ideas and the things that I have. So it was really cool in that sense. And the thing is, when I got the job, I was like expecting like, oh, the job is gonna flourish. Like this company is gonna be so good with me on there. Far from it. Was actually planking. I was like, dang, Lord, am I not supposed to be here? Like, what the heck is going on? Like, I thought I was the favorite. I thought I was the little spice that's gonna spice it up. But the Lord did show me, like, yes, I am the favorite, and I am the reason why the company's blanking. I was like, dang. But he said not to look at it like that, to change my perspective. There are certain things that need to be moved out the way in order for God's glory to be magnified. So in that, not only is he pruning me, my characteristics, and building me up to be a leader, because the role that I have, it's like it's a build up to become a sort of leader in a way. And given by God, and also even the owner, like he has his vision of like how he wants me to be with him, basically like a second-hand man to his company. And I was so honored for that, but I felt very like imposter syndrome, like, bro, I have no types of credentials for this, but God calls the unqualified and makes them qualified, okay? So there's that. As it goes on, like, I'm literally learning about so much stuff that is still within my heart that the Lord is like bringing up to me as the months go by. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. That's ugly. Like, I need to pray, I need to fast, I need to tear that down. And then I'm also noticing things about my boss, and I'm like, oh yeah, we need to pray against that. We need to pray against this. We need to pray against this. The Lord needs to work on you too, as well as he's working on me. And so it's literally like a give and take. Like, the Lord is literally doing a good work. I'm still at the company now. I'm still at my place now. I haven't moved yet. I haven't really done anything else besides what the Lord has called me to do in this season. But the enemy really tried to have me look at this year as though I've been a failure, as though I haven't accomplished anything and that I had nothing to show for this year. And I just want someone else to know that if you're feeling like that, if you're feeling like, dang, I didn't get any of the goals done that I really had in my heart or in my mind to do, you are not saying that to yourself. That is a lie from the enemy. You are exactly where God needs you to be. Unless you have moved in disobedience, unless you are completely just doing a 360 from the God-given life God has given you, and you're just totally disregarding every single word he's saying, you are exactly where you need to be. God does not make a mistake when he tells you to do things, and he knows when he's saying things, he's saying it from a place of completion, not from a place of, oh, maybe we'll try this out and see how it goes. No, he's the beginning, the end, the Alpha and Omega, everything in between. So he already knows what's going to happen. He already knows what's going to plan out. He already knows that you're going to be mad at him. And that's okay, because there's plenty of times I was upset with God. I was like, dang, God, like, what the heck? I was like, I'm supposed to be your daughter. I'm supposed to be living in riches and my inheritance. And you said I'm supposed to be in abundance. Like, what is this? But he was trying to help me understand that the first thing he wants me to understand is being a daughter means that even if you don't get what you want, I'm still your father and I'm still good. You are where you need to be. Through that, I'm pruning you to be the person for the next season. The next season may be harder, may be simpler, but at the same time, new levels calls for new challenges, new devils, new demons, new altars that be trying to raise up against you. But God is sovereign. God has the final say. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and life. Period, point blank. Through this year, I was able to heal more. I was able to break off generational curses. I was able to break off mind torments. I was able to stand in authority that God has called me to have. I was also able to break away from cultural mindsets. I'm fully Nigerian, and so of course there was definitely things engraved in my mind that was contrary to what God wanted me to think or how God wanted me to behave or be. And so I had to break away from the norms of like just expecting this certain thing, the certain way, because it was what my parents want or what my family would want or what other people want. God was like, I'm your father. What do I want for you? Because I know best. At the end of the day, yes, your family, they all want the best for you, but God knows the best for you. Ooh, clock it. Everyone else that may love you wants the best for you, but God knows and wants the best for you. I can truly say that God's love overflows and his grace definitely sustained me. And being his daughter, That's the greatest gift I could ever get. Please have a blessed day. I love you. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever needs to be shared on your heart. Please put it down in the comments. I would love to listen. I would love to hear how this blessed you. Please share this with someone that needs to hear this, and shalom.